Hello, this is Harry Paden. I'm the host of the Irvington Now Show. And as we do from time to time, we're outside of the studio today, and hopefully this show will get you inside the kitchen of a good friend of mine. And I keep telling you, you hear that a lot, good friend, because so many people that I interview I've known for many years, and there's no difference with Mr. Roscoe Coleman. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. It's
Yes,
so
yes,
so good to meet you. So
yes.
good to be here. I'm very honored to be a part of the show.
That's all right. That's all right.
So.
And full disclosure, last year, another good friend, I interviewed Chef Jesse. And many of you know Chef Jesse. And Chef Roscoe were good friends. And some kind of way, Chef Jesse and I came upon each other, and he became a guest on the show. And soon after that, I'm a Facebook friend with Chef Roscoe. I said, oh, man. I said, I hope my friend Chef Roscoe doesn't get mad at me because I put Chef Jesse on. And now I have culminated, so now I have my good friend also to talk about his talents.
Yes. Well, no. I didn't feel slighted at all.
Yeah.
Actually, I was very busy building up the shop here. So just to give you a little background, we came here in 2014. So in building a business, you have to put a lot of time and work into it. And so in doing that, I saw the Irvington Now show with Chef Jesse, and I was proud because I was like, those are two good friends of mine that are actually doing some things, and he's talking about the issues and the things that he does. And I've been knowing you for years, Harry, so we go way back.
Absolutely.
So you came in today. This is good. This is a good day because I do have some meals that I have to make, some stuff that I want to present. So if you don't mind, let me do a little bit of work and we can interview at the same time. Is that cool?
I'll be honored. And as you see, I have the honor of wearing a Chef Roscoe apron. So look at it, and I not to say that I'm going to be cooking because we're going to make nobody sick. But before then, you never know because he's a great teacher also. Chef Roscoe, can you give our audience some background information on yourself?
Sure. Okay, so I'm Chef Roscoe. I'm a self-taught chef. I started out working in construction, and I kind of hated that. So what I wanted to do was something different. I was one of the only fellas that lived on the block that had a car. So it was an opening at a job in the cafeteria, and I wanted to get that job because I was tired of working construction, lifting blocks and stuff like that. So after that, I went to the job site. I met the chef, and the chef knew everything. He had a whole bunch of ideas and recipes, and I was asking him, how do you get these recipes? How do you know all this stuff? And he said, they're all in my head. And that was the spark for me. I wanted to get them in my head. I'm a natural learner, so I like to learn. I'm very inquisitive, so I like to find out things. And from there, I got me some cookbooks. I hung out with the salad bar ladies. I learned how to work the grill. I learned how to set tables, all those kinds of things. I learned how to make sandwiches and things like that. So with all of that, I moved up to what they call chef manager, where you're doing the cooking and you're learning how to manage. Well, what teaching us how to do was manage people, because that's what all businesses is. It's about people. So I learned how to manage people and deal with them. And from there, I left the corporate cafeteria, which I was so many years. I got so much experience in the corporate cafeteria. I left there and I started working in restaurants. I worked in 2 restaurants. I was a head chef at 2 restaurants, one in Montclair and one in Cedar Grove. And from there, I decided to open up my own catering business. And I was like, I want to do this for myself. And that's where the catering business started. Okay,
great. And that's good, because that was question number 2. How long? You covered that. How long you been a chef and how you get into the field. And it's interesting. It's like sometimes I follow sports. I know you're a good sports fan also. And then you get that person who they call them late bloomers. You know, they didn't come into the sport like the traditional junior high school, Pop Warner, those kind of things. But you came at a later age, but it was fulfilling a desire that you had.
I loved it. I saw the effect that food can have on people. You know, people, every good gathering, most gatherings and when they're good gatherings, they have food involved.
Absolutely.
A lot of times people say, "Ooh, do you like this?" or "Do you like that?" Or just sitting down at a good meal with friends and family, just
Yeah.
breaking bread together.
Yeah.
Food is involved in all those types of things.
Yeah.
So that's what made me gravitate towards it.
Absolutely.
And it works for me. So
Yeah.
right now we're gonna be preparing some stuff while we're still interviewing.
Absolutely.
You don't mind me preparing? I'm gonna do a stuffed chicken breast with spinach and some hot cheese, basically, and then we're gonna make some red quinoa with some garlic and some peppers.
Okay.
So let me just pound this out. So one of the things that you gotta do is you gotta pound out, and this is the loudest noise that we're gonna make.
Okay.
I'm just flattening the breast. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna flatten that because we want that to be easier to roll.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna put some salt and pepper on it because in everything that you do when you're cooking, you have to make sure that it tastes good. So this is important. Salt and pepper just brings out flavor of the food. I use plastic so it doesn't get messy.
Right.
These are some of the tricks that you probably won't hear of unless you're working with an actual chef, but I use plastic because sometimes this chicken will splatter all over the place and you don't want that in your kitchen.
Okay.
So I'm just sprinkling some salt and pepper on this. It's real easy, real quick, and I like to make stuff real quick. When I'm on Facebook, I'm doing a lot of videos and things like that, and I want to make it fast and easy so anybody can kind of do it.
Right.
So that was just some salt and pepper in here. I'm going to take some spinach. I'm going to put some spinach right here in the middle of this. Make it real easy. This isn't anything that anybody needs to go to school for. Right now, I'm saving you all like $40,000 in school fees.
All right, that's good. That's good.
All right, so I'm just putting these pieces of cheese on here, and it's just some creative stuff that I just thought about doing. But we do have clients that buy their dinners from us. We do have dinner packages and stuff like that we can go through later on. And I'm just actually rolling this up. You see, and of course a little bit is going to stick out, but I'm going to make sure that the flap stays on the bottom. The same thing as this one. I'm just going to roll these out. Let it sit right here, and then we're going to pop these in the oven, and then we're going to start on our quinoa.
Right, beautiful, beautiful. And again, like you said, I learned something. I'm not, you know, I always talk about myself because, you know, I have a funny life. I should write a book one day. But I got married so many years ago, have since divorced, you know, still my good friend. But one of the gifts I got was a microwave.
Oh, okay.
And the wife's no longer there, but I still got
that microwave. Listen, so, I got one right here too.
Yeah, see, my microwave gets much more use. You know, I may cook on a Sunday, you know, something after church. But the other thing that you said, which is so correct, is about cooking. I come from a Baptist background, and you know, we fundraisers, or we have an event called Everybody's Birthday at my church, where once a month on a Sunday after service, we celebrate everybody of that month's birthday, and everyone just brings a dish.
Oh, nice.
And when I tell you this, I've been with that church some 30 plus years. We have never run out of food. It's almost like when Jesus, you know, did the bread and the fish.
Wow.
Everybody just brings their little portion, and we'd be like, look, can you take this? Can you know, because at the end it'd be so much food. But it is such a good camaraderie where we're sitting around eating. Well, who made this? Who made that? Oh, I want to taste that. And it is.
Exactly.
Food brings people together.
It brings people together. I mean, in most good moments in people's lives, milestones, there's food involved. Many times. Of course, you graduate from school, people want to go out to eat. Yes. You have a birthday, they want to have some food at a birthday. Right. Even in sad moments where you have a repast, where someone that you really love has passed on, there's food involved, just to break up the sadness and things like that. So it works for a lot of people. It's therapeutic in a way for me when I'm actually working, and especially with the involvement that I've been in for so many times, for so many years. This works for me. It's like therapy.
Yeah, I'm saying it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Mine is writing.
I know.
I understand. You know, like you said, it's something that just takes the whatever. Whenever I get life gets complicated, I will write. You'll cook, and other people will do certain things.
Exactly. Yep.
Now, we saw the stuffed chicken that you're making. What was the other dish that you said you're making for us?
We're going to do a quinoa. We're going to do a quinoa.
Okay.
Quinoa is a grain. It's an ancient grain, and it's more healthy than just regular rice and things like that.
Okay.
So it's really good for your digestive system and things like that. So that's why I try to incorporate healthy ideas for folks when they're having their meals and things like that. It's important because, especially for us African Americans,
Yes.
we need to understand that sometimes that the thing that hurts us is our diet.
Absolutely.
You know, so it's important to me that I try to maintain freshness and as close to nature as possible when we're cooking.
Okay.
So those are some of the aspects that I use.
Now, aside from that, what are some other dishes? And just again, full disclosure, we're in the kitchen of Chef Roscoe, and we'll be out of here soon because we had to turn off some of the equipment, a lot of fans and everything, but we wanted you guys to hear the show. So we're not going to stay back here because, you know, a kitchen is not always a good place to be when the oven's on and Chef Roscoe is cooking for us. So we're going to get through with this segment really quick for you so we can get out into the cooler area. But what are some of the other dishes that you specialize in?
Some of our most popular dishes is oxtail ravioli. We do macaroni and cheese, but we do them in a unique kind of a way. We a lot of our dishes are some of those that are familiar with people. It's just that how we prepare them. Like some people would get like roasted chicken, they would just season the chicken and throw it in the oven and that's it. But we take pride in what we do. So we actually brine our chicken for 8 hours. That's before we even do anything to it.
What's brine?
Brine is a salt, sugar, and water solution.
Okay.
So you mix those things up, and it just maintains the juiciness in chicken. There's a lot of times even with a turkey, we don't even brine, we don't even roast turkeys anymore. We fry them, and we use an injector for the frying process. But when people want just a baked or roasted turkey, we brine it a whole day before. And it's a solution. It's a salt and sugar solution. And it just keeps the moisture inside of the bird, and it changes the flavor because we add aromatics to it. Aromatics could be spinach, could be peppers, could be carrots, celery, onions. Those are the things, bay leaves, those are the things that we add into the water, and then we let that sit. Then we take it out of the water, we pat it down, and we pour the water out because it's not good anymore.
Right.
Those are the the things that you have to learn when you are in the food service business, the safety part of it. And so what we do is we cook it after that. That's when we process it. So it's not just your regular baked chicken that you would get from anywhere else. We process it that way.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that we do.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. And how small a group do you offer your catering services to? Let's say a person wanted to have a special event to that special person. They may want to ask that person to marry them. And they may not have a bunch of people. Maybe they just have a mother or father or someone else just to witness it. But basically it's just them and a couple other people. Would you cater?
We would. We absolutely would. Our minimum is 6 people. So we used to do dinner for 2, but we found out that it's just not efficient enough for us because we have to buy so much more stuff for just 2 people. So now our minimum is 6 people, and we can even take that operation to your home or to your hotel room, which we've done on many occasions, where people have just had a nice sit down, all-inclusive appetizers, entree, and dessert for them, and we serve it to them as well. So they love that option, and it's a small fee. It's only like $350, but you get us to come to your place or to your hotel, and we turn it into a restaurant.
Right.
We bring everything, so you don't have to worry about anything. And something like that, popping the question, I'm telling you, that's brownie points. You winning when you do that.
Absolutely. No, it's worth every penny. And like you say, that's peanuts. You know, when you're talking about in the food industry, because again, just having been part of many different events, $350 is peanuts.
It's
in the food event. So. Now what we're going to do is we're going to allow you to get some more of your good food on into the oven, and we'll come back afterwards so we can see the prepared part of it. And then we're going to go out to the other area and conduct the interview while the food is cooking. That's perfect. Okay.
That's perfect.
All right, so stay with us. We'll be right back. We're here, and I always forget to the end of the first segment, please tell a friend, a neighbor. If you lived in Irvington for any amount of time, you know Chef Roscoe. Chef Roscoe's been here longer than I've been here, and I've been here 30 plus years. So he's a long time active resident, and we're going to talk about some of the activism when we come back. Stay with us.